Okay, so you're back for your third video. You're doing very well. Let's start with a bit of counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Jump, 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 stop. Spin, 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 stop. I can count to 20. Let's... Our party pot is empty. It wasn't tricky, it was me. I tipped them out, but only so I could start collecting marbles for you. Do you remember that was Mr. Hollich's idea, to collect marbles in the pot for good work? However, we haven't had our party yet because we were meant to have our party over Christmas and now we can't come to school again. So I've written a party promise. It says party with a picture of a balloon. That's a balloon. I'm going to put it in the bottom of the pot just so that we don't forget, and just so that means we know we counted all the cubes. We did reach the top of the pot, but now we're just going to count something slightly different. So I'll put that safe. Do not let me forget about the party. Well, we'll organise that as soon as we come back. Okay, so you're in your third video now, so it's time to do a little bit of maths. Before we broke up, we were doing lots of one more. Over Christmas, my brother ate rather a lot of chocolate, more than me in fact. And my mummy kept saying to him, "How many have you had? How many have you had?" And he was like this, 1, 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3. And she was like this, "How many?" With her arms crossed, she was getting really grumpy. And he was like, "Oh, I did have 2, and then I had 1. And she was like, how many? How many have you had?" Because he felt a bit sick. I'll show you on the whiteboard what he was saying to her. So these were the kind of sweets that he was eating. They're called Quality Street. People like these at Christmas. Have you ever tried one? Which one is your favourite? Oh, I like all of those. Okay, so anyway, so Mummy would look in the tin, and he's the kind of child that undoes the sweets and puts the wrappers back in the tin. Anyway, she noticed lots of wrappers and she said, "Come on, how many have you eaten?" And he was saying, "I had 1 and then I had that 1. Well, how many?" she'd say. "Then I had, and I did have that 1. And it would take him ages. And sometimes he would say, "Oh, I did have just 2. And then I'd say, "and," because I knew he'd eaten more. So if he'd said he'd eaten 3 purple ones, I'd always say to my mummy, and he had 2 more. And then sometimes he'd say, "Oh, no, I only had 1. And I'd say, and you had those 2 other ones that I saw you take before you went up to your bedroom." Then she'd say, "How many strawberry creams did you have? They're my favourite, but they've all gone. How many did you have?" And he'd say, "Oh, I think I had 1, and then I wanted another one, so I had 2. And then I'd say, "and," because I knew he'd eaten more. Every time I write "and," it always aches my hand. It takes me ages to write "and." Anyone like the triangles? Triangles. So he had some here, and then he had some more. And he had some. Do you know what? Every time writing "and," it's taking quite a long time. I think... Can I do it a bit differently? Do you mind? Can I just show you something? If I rub those out, let's get rid of those. Do you mind if every time I want to say "and," can I do it the quick way like this? Because that means "and" or plus. Is that okay? He had those 1, and he had those 2 there, and he had some more. He had those, and then he had some more when he came down from his bedroom. So that sign is like and, isn't it? Is there a letter you think it looks like? Did you say x, x? It does look very similar to x, doesn't it? But the reason you can find out if it's an and, if it's add or plus, is so x goes like this. Okay, so arm to leg, arm to leg. But and goes from the ceiling to the floor, from the window to the door. Can you draw the and symbol for me? From the ceiling to the floor, from the window to the door. So it means and or add together, or plus some more. So let's have a look at my brother Sweets again. He had those three and he had those two, thank you very much. He said he had one toffee penny, and then I said, and you had those two as well after you'd been out on your bike. He had 2 strawberry creams and then add another 4 to that. Then he had 4 triangles plus he had 3 more. So he's always trying to say that he doesn't eat a lot of sweets, but actually when you put them together, he's eaten quite a few. Anyway. So my brother's like, oh, I had one here, I had one here, I had 2 here, I had 3 there. I say, Mummy, it's easy to work out how many he's had. Watch this. And I get a different colour pen to help her. I'll choose blue. And instead of saying 1 here, 1 there, add 1, 2 in, I just do this because I can see them all. I just count the whole lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. Can you count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My brother had 5 purple sweets. And I'm going to put the 5 in here because that's the total. That's how many purple sweets are in his belly. This symbol here is equals because Mummy always said, but how many have you had? I know you had one here. I know you had the one there, but how many did you have? And when she gets cross, and sometimes when we don't listen, because sometimes we are a bit naughty and then we get into trouble and we don't get a sticker on our chart. Sometimes when she's cross, she does this with her arms. She folds them. Can you see? She folds her arm and gives a grumpy look. So the folded arms, if you look here, can you see it looks like my mummy's arms when she's folding her arms? Can you do that equal sign with your arms? So he had 3 sweets and he had 2 more. And that equals, how many altogether? How many did you have? He had 5. Let's do the next one together. If Mummy says, how many toffee pennies did you have? And my brother says, oh, I had 1 here, I had 1 here. We can just find out quickly. Shall we have a look? Let's just count them all because we can see them all. 1, 2, 3. 1, add 2 more equals 3. Equals 3, Mummy. She will be cross. She'll definitely be cross on the next one because she loves the strawberry ones. Can you help me count these quickly? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 up to his tricks. So 2 strawberry creams plus 1, 2, 3, 4 strawberry creams equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 6. No wonder she was cross. They were her favourites and he ate them all. Okay, so I really like it that you're letting me put add in here because I don't have to write and anymore. I know that it means they're together. Triangles, ready guys? Count with me please. Nice and loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Across the sky and down from heaven, that's the way we make a 7. So when you stick them all together, all of those triangles, these ones and these ones, he had 7 green triangles in his belly. You're going to do your own bit of work now with your picture edition. Let me show you your sheet. You haven't got sweeties on yours. You've got woodland creatures from the Gruffalo story. Now, my mummy would never say to my brother, how many rocks did you eat? How many mice did you eat? Because he doesn't eat rocks or mice. But we know how to count these now, don't we? We just get our pen and we just count like this. 1, 2. And we put the total at the end. Can you see the plus sign there? Add and. From the ceiling to the floor, from the window to the door. And there's equals here. That's my mummy's grumpy arms sign, because she wants to know how many rocks are there all together. I know there's one here and I know there's one here, but what's the total? How many rocks are there all together? 1, 2. And you put the answer in. So give that a little go. That's your third piece of work then. That will be your last piece of work for the day. Give it a little go, mark it off and put the total at the end. Do you think you can do that now? Today is Monday. It's our very first day of home learning this time round. So if you've finished your phonics work and you've told your parents your rhyming words and you finished your Gruffalo counting sheet and put the totals all in the end there, you get to get your chart and put a sticker on your very first day. The Boris sticker I'm going to choose today is, and we don't have to choose the same one, I think today I might go for, I think I'll go for this little whale today. You don't have to choose the same as me, you can choose anyone you like. But I'm going to put it on here for Monday. There we go, and I can't wait to get all the way across to the end of the week, then have Saturday and Sunday where we don't have to work, and then do all the next week and then hopefully choose for the choosing box. I can't wait. Okay, I'm really proud of you. I know it's very, very hard to get back into work when you've had a lovely break, but turn your brain boxes on, get your work done, and hopefully we can get to choose from the choosing box. I'm really proud of you, everybody. Good luck with your work today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Okay, after you've done that, not before, after you've done that, you get to do this.